Hello everyone, I have a new project and video for you today. Today's project features products from Wild Whisper's brand new In Nature collection, and we're going to be scrapbooking some photographs from my recent vacation. We are going to be playing with some stamps and some mixed media today, so I'm starting with a sheet of hot press watercolor paper. I have the Dragonfly stamp from the In Nature stamp set, and I am inking that stamp up with my very favorite embossing ink from Brutus Monroe, and I'm just going to create a couple of flying dragonflies in the top third of my paper. Once I have all of my dragonfly stamps stamped across the top of the page, I am using some gold embossing powder. This is Altenews gold embossing powder, and I think it's probably my favorite that I've used so far. I am going to go ahead and spread the embossing powder across all 4 of the dragonflies that I've stamped, and then I'm going to take a paintbrush, flick away the excess powder, and heat emboss these dragonflies. Quite unfortunately, I knocked my camera and didn't realize it when I plugged in my heat tool, so some of this footage is a little wonky, but that's okay. I'm just going to hit all these dragonflies with my heat tool until the embossing powder is smooth and melted. I needed to replace my mists, and I went ahead and ordered some from Brutus Monroe. So you're gonna be seeing me use a lot of Brutus Monroe mists over the next month or so, because I bought myself some beautiful colors for fall and for scrapbooking, and I love the mists so much. So I have been seriously, they're fabulous. I've been using them quite a bit, and I'm super happy with how all the different things that I bought from Brutus Monroe turned out. So you're going to be seeing lots of different mixed media pages. Today we're going to do something super simple. We are going to do the oldie but goodie packaging technique. This one is Chroma Mist in Copper Shimmer. So it has so much mica powder in it. Like, it's really shimmery and absolutely beautiful. So I started with the packaging technique, and then I'm just taking a dry brush and kind of moving the spray mist around. This is hot press watercolor paper, which means it's made to take liquid, and it does so beautifully without the need for gesso or anything else. And I wanted to pull in just a smidgen of green into the top portion of my paper. So I just splattered some evergreen chroma mist onto the page, and then went ahead and smushed it down. And now I'm going to use some gilded aqua pigment, which, you guys, this stuff is the bomb. I love it so much. I will leave links to everything that I can find down in the description box, but you will see me using a lot of these Brutus Monroe sprays because I bought a whole bunch of them, and I absolutely adore them. They turned out, they're stunning. I really love them. This gilded aqua pigment, it's the best gold splatter I've ever had. It's so nice. So again, just a little bit of the packaging technique, and then coming in with a dry brush to kind of move everything around. And then once I'm happy with how this looks, I'm just going to set it aside and let it dry completely. While my background is drying, I'm going to pull out the In Nature pattern papers and choose a couple to use on my layout. Today's layout will be multi-photo, and I'm going to use that branding strip there, so I kind of cut it off, set it off to the side. I chose 2 pattern papers and this cut apart sheet. I'm going to use a little bit of that on my page as well. But this golden yellow paper is going to be the one that I'm going to use to create a collage. So I'm going to be scrapbooking all of the photos I took at the formal gardens in Montpelier, which is James Madison's home where he lived, and it's located in Virginia. And I have so many photographs of the garden. So this was Virginia in October, and it was beautiful. I mean, I wasn't expecting much from formal gardens in October, but it was absolutely stunning. I took so many photos, and of course I want to scrapbook them all, so that's what we're gonna do. Today's layout has 4 photos, and then there will also be more coming. Probably, I'm not sure if I'll do more photos from the formal gardens for the Facebook Live on Wednesday with Wild Whisper, but I will definitely in 2 weeks have another layout using them, because I went ahead, just printed all my photos, set them with my In Nature collection, and we're just gonna do all the photos with the same collection. And that's pretty much how I'm going to tackle all of my travel photos. I'm going to choose a collection, print the photos for each of the different things that we did, and then use that collection and scrapbook those photos. And I'm probably going to end up with my own little travel album at the end of the day, but that's all right. I don't mind. I haven't done a travel album since 2015, so we're due. So let me catch up in my layout here. First, I collaged the photos onto that mustardy yellow paper, and then I chose a metal die from my collection. I went ahead and die cut and created my own thickers for my title. And then the next morning, when the background paper was completely dry and nice and flat, I went ahead and wiped away the excess embossing and ink and mixed media that had attached itself to my dragonflies. So now my dragonflies are a little more visible, and they are a gorgeous, beautiful gold color. I'm going to start with my collage, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere it down to my paper using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. This layout will pretty much be held together with Nuvo Deluxe adhesive as opposed to my tape runner, because we have lots of mixed media, and also I find that wet glue works best with Wild Whispers paper. I chose a couple cards from the card back that I thought would be really nice to fussy cut and use on this page. So I have those 2 little square pieces, and those are going to stay right there above the collage. I did have this butterfly, but I'm not going to use it for this layout, maybe another one, but I am going to fussy cut this leaf cluster. And because this leaf cluster is so nice and large, it is going to make its way all around my layout. Bits and pieces of it are anyway, and it will be in a couple different spots. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get my title in place. And I did put a little bit of that cluster of flowers under my photo there so that the title will kind of come over that. And we're going to keep our title super simple. It's going to be Formal Gardens. I just have to figure out how I want it on my page. Initially, I had thought I was going to do Formal at the top and Gardens at the bottom, but I didn't quite have enough room. So it's actually going to fit all across the bottom. And then I can start cutting this cluster of flowers apart. And you'll see I put it in 3 different spots around the layout so that I just had bits and pieces of it kind of popping out from behind the photos and up at the top of the page. And I love how well that worked out. The little floral pieces kind of just popping around the page was perfect, and it created my visual triangle around my photos. And then I also have these 2 little square pieces that I'm going to tuck in at the top of the collage. I decided that I needed a little more gold. We have all that beautiful gold mixed media at the top, but we've kind of covered up or put stuff on top of it, and now it's time to bring that pretty gold back to the front again. And I'm going to do that with just some glitter gold washi tape across the bottom, and then I'm going to take 2 little pieces and put it on the top as well. And then I'm going to add a smattering of sequins to finish this layout off. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I hope that you will stick around. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting the like button. That is always a huge help to my channel. Talk to you again soon. Bye.